Welcome to the Dave Pamah Show, the podcast that revives, restores, and awakens your innermost capabilities.
You have the training and the talent to succeed, but do you have the guts to fail?
I love what I do. When you love what you do, you want to be the best at it.
Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
Find your path to success through the journey of those who have succeeded. And now, your host, Dave Pamah.
I had nothing. I had no future. I had no money, and I was lost. Those first 2 years of my retirement from boxing were the worst 2 years of my life. I struggled. I was suffering. I was in such a bad place. I got to a point of considering suicide as a way out of the pain. So I've been to those depths of despair. The story that I had about myself, I'm a failure. Yeah, I've been a world champion.
But you didn't have that story in your head while he was boxing, though, did you?
No, that was different. But that was different.
Yeah.
So afterwards, I'd lost my world title. I'd got caught out in business. I'd lost money. I got caught in the crash. Stuff like that. So it's just stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I
realised that I need to wake up and transform myself. Yeah. Because Billy the Boxer didn't work for me after I retired from boxing. Because the paradox is, what had me be a champion in the ring was now having me fail outside of it.
Right.
Because I got bullied at school as well.
Oh, right, okay.
And so it's fear, isn't it?
It's fear,
fearful. So then you avoid and stop doing.
That's it, yeah. And I was like known for the whole school of being a track star.
Was you?
And I was winning trophies at Haringey Athletics Club, which was a big club then.
What was your distance?
At that time, I was a sprinter, but I was winning everything up to 1,500 metres in the school. But I was running as a 400-metre runner for Haringey.
Was you? Wow.
So when I didn't go to school for about 2 weeks, and then they took me back into it because I was all right as a kid, really there, and I'm doing well.
Right. Academic? You good at school?
Not really academic. I had slight dyslexia as well, I didn't do well with exams. I was all right with like maths and science, but not. Yeah, I was sort of English.
I was rubbish at school. I spent when I was at school, I spent most of the time looking out the window.
Oh, right, you was a window looker then.
So my thing was, maybe like yourself, is I needed something that I could excel at.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So sport was my outlet, because I'm dyslexic as well.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you know the feeling. You know the feeling. So that's why I was a little bit bullied, maybe, and I wasn't doing well the English side of stuff.
So sport was your outlet.
What happened was I was doing well as track star. And then I won trophies at Haringey, which is a big thing, breaking the sort of boys' records.
At what distance?
That was for 400.
400?
Yeah, and I moved up to 800 after, which was my main distance.
Was it?
But what happened was there was a boxing club near where I lived, and then there was a firefighter that ran the boxing club. I just thought, well, okay, I've got back to school now. They took me into it. I got a little bit out of shape. I wanted to do something. So I just did boxing, and I enjoyed the weights, the circuits, the skipping, everything else.
It's tough training, isn't it?
I sparred with my friend and got him on the ropes a bit. But then I started getting bashed in the head, and I thought, I don't like that.
I like that bit. I like that bit, but I like that bit.
Yeah, and I wasn't really going to be going to the ABAs or anything like that. Then I kind of got back into sport again.
So your boxing training got you fit enough to then go, oh, you know what, I'm going to go and back do running, right?
Boxing turned my life around.
Wow. So that's the great thing about boxing.
That's a great thing about boxing.
That's it, exactly. And I've heard so many stories that boxing turns people's lives around.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So my motivational inspirational speech is sort of based on my health issues. Now I'm bodybuilding, believe it or not.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, well, I waited until I was 60 because I figured everybody else had given up, and I was pretty much right. I did my first contest last October. I got another one coming up in October, so my goal is to go pro by the time I turn 65. Gotta have goals, Bob.
You gotta have goals, and it's good to have fresh goals as well.
In mid '90s, the comedy boom busted. I had gotten a job at a radio station as a morning DJ on a rock and roll station. I took a #1 morning show and drove it to #6 in 18 months. One of my proudest accomplishments. I got fired, as people do in radio. Two kind of people in radio: people who've been fired, people who are going to be fired. And then I made the jump to corporate comedy. My act had always been very clean, and I realized I could make a lot more money doing the after dinner circuit at corporate events than in clubs. Plus, I was getting older, and then after my close call with suicide, I realized I did have something to share with an audience. Something to take away. And I went from being a funny speaker to a speaker who was funny. And all of my speaking nowadays, unless it's a motivational, inspirational speech, is on suicide prevention. Comedy in there because it's a lot easier to digest if we can make a little bit of it funny.
That's a really big area. I'm a retired firefighter recently, last few years. it's a really big phenomenon now around PTSD and suicide, firefighters and other emergency service.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so a comedian speaking on depression and suicide, I mean, how does that work?
Well, I think comic's a good choice. I'll tell you why. Because if you think about it, the court jester, the comedian, the job has always been, since back in the day, to speak truth to power on behalf of the powerless. And I believe I speak truth to the power of mental illness on behalf of those often powerless in its grip. I believe where there's humor, there's hope. Where there's laughter, there's life. That nobody dies laughing. Someday I'm going to write a book by that title. And I myself, as you know, my family, it's called generational depression and suicide. My grandmother died by suicide. My mother found her. My great aunt died by suicide. My mother and I found her. Yeah. I was 4 years old when we found my great aunt. And I myself came close enough, as you know, to dying by suicide. I can tell you what the barrel of my gun tastes. What I realized was there's a woman named Judy Carter. She wrote a book called The Message of You, Turning Your Life into a Money-Making Speaking Career. I really wanted all my comedy career, Paul, to be a speaker, but I could never figure out, what do I have to teach anybody? And then I read Judy's book, and about halfway through, I thought, damn, I do have something to say.
They said that about eggs as well, but actually what it is that the body is what produces the cholesterol. And actually, if you eat too much eggs, or like more than what they're supposed to say, 2 eggs or 3, if you eat 3 or 4, it's actually not going to add to the cholesterol because your body will adjust to that. Your body regulates the cholesterol.
Exactly.
So if you produce a lot of too much cholesterol, it could be a genetic thing again.
And everyone should do an N=1 experiment if you're interested in this at all. If you're in your late 30s, early 40s, and you get back some wonky blood work, I say experiment with it and see. Because for me, when I have those time periods, like for instance, in the middle of all of this happening, my mother passed away. And I feel like when a life event like that happens, all bets are off. First of all, you're at a hospital. Like, how are you going to eat? Like, you're not cooking your normal food at home. My cholesterol, which was always very normal, way high when I was back on sugars and grains, my cholesterol and triglycerides, which then once I got back on my program, they all went back down and everything's fine.
If I knew I could make a buck on lycopene, but I don't, because I would be lying to people.
Right, I see.
So people go, well, wait a minute, you're selling supplements. It's like, yeah, I'm selling the ones that we actually need. So in other words, we figured out, just for an example, that most Americans and most people around the world don't get enough magnesium anymore because of the way we plant vegetables and we bring them to market too fast.
I see. Okay.
They're not tilling the soil right, the whole thing. So we don't get the magnesium we used to get. So most people are deficient of magnesium.
Yes.
Okay, here's the magnesium. I will sell you that. I'm not going to tell you that magnesium will change your life, because it won't.
Yeah.
It will just give you what you're missing that could be causing other problems. What else do we sell? We sell vitamin D. Yeah. And you go, why do you need D? Well, you're a black man. Black people don't get as much D. It takes you 5 times as long to get D synthesized through your skin as someone from Ireland.
Oh, right. I didn't know that. Okay. All right.
So you might check for D and you'll be low on D. I have olive skin. It takes me 2 or 3 times as long. And now we're in the rainy part of the year.
Yeah.
So good luck getting enough D. If you go check.
I mean, in the UK, it's like dark and gloomy, sort of grey skies most of the winter. So
good luck you in a dark, gloomy place with dark skin.
Yeah, I'm actually in the Philippines at the moment. It's always sunny here, but we did have a typhoon last week for about a couple of days. So,
are you okay? Did you guys make it through okay?
We did, yeah. It's only to be honest, we have so many rainstorms in UK. I don't know what I make a big thing about, but I mean, if it's a super typhoon and it's like a hurricane, yeah, fair enough. But some cyclones, it's just like when it rains for days and days in the UK, so it's nothing to me.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah,
you get where we're coming from here.
It's
right?
Okay not to be okay. I mean, I joined my profession 30 years ago. I'm retired now, but it wasn't good to say it's okay not to be okay then. It was a stigma. You can't say that. You shouldn't be in a job and blah, blah, blah. It's not like that now. It's starting to break through a bit because I'm one of these guys that didn't have such an ego. But whether you've got an ego or not, you still did at that time to want to talk about it. You couldn't come forward, and it's not good for you because, nothing can be done about it.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.